Yeah.
Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurumedeva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Namasurya Chandraya Mangalaya Budhaya Cha Guru Shukra Shani Shasya Rahuve Ketuve Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Inhale deeply with Va, exhale deeply. See, equally, probably 7 times. Deep transcendental from the consciousness, deep meditation. Some Kriya and Pranayam. Inhale deep, deep, deep. Say deep. 7 to 12 minutes. The deep concentrate comes in the second pranayam. Inhale deeply, draw, and exhale deeply. Say halfway through. Something like 7 times. Just showing like deep concentrate comes in the third pranayam. Inhale deeply, draw, exhale deeply. This is similar. Following 7 times. the deep tunnel Kriya consciousness and the Kriya Pranayam. We are in touch with the universal energy. In that energy, let's pray something to the world. First, against the infectious diseases and for the health of the world. Then, Mantri Maharshi, through Mahata Babaji, 7 times as usual.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaye Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaye Trailogyanadaya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaye Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaye Trailogyanadaya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaye Amrita Kalaka Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaye Trailogyanadaya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaye Amrita Kalaka Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaye Trailogyanadaya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaye Amrita Kalaka Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaye Trailogyanadaya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaye Amrita Kalaka Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaye Trailogyanadaya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaye Amrita Kalaka Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaye Trailogyanadaya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Next for the world peace. A lot of people are suffering because of warlike situation everywhere. So let's pray for the world through Kala Bhairava and Manavata Babaji. We should pray 7 times. Om Swarnadvijaya Vidmahe Sulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prachodayadi.
Kriya Bhavati Namo.
Om Swarnadvijaya Vidmahe Sulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prachodayadi.
Kriya Bhavati Namo.
Om Swarnadvijaya Vidmahe Sulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prachodayadi.
Kriya Bhavati Namo.
Om Swarnadvijaya Vidmahe Sulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prachodayadi.
Kriya Bhavati Namo.
Om Swarnadvijaya Vidmahe Sulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prachodayadi.
Kriya Bhavati Namo.
Om Swarnadvijaya Vidmahe Sulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prachodayadi.
Kriya Bhavati Namo.
Om Swarnadvijaya Vidmahe Sulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prachodayadi.
Kriya Bhavati Namo.
For the satsang today, we are going to continue with the light book. We are almost close to the end of the surah. Moonlight, we are working on that. After the 45th Mahajay, let's continue from the chapter 39, from last class, 2 words. We'll continue the translation.
Last class we began with chapter 39, and we were still talking about the silver energy that is coming down and is accepted by the moonlight, and it is coming through the moonlight. And we were talking about the silver metallic energy through the 46th narigate to the 60th narigate. So silver energy is gotten by the last 15 narigate, which is narigate number 46 to 60. Because it is coming out during the absence of sunlight, it comes during moonlight. The single atom or the weird atom does not participate to reach the brain. So how does the brain react to this? The 46th narigate, during the 46th narigate, which is the silver metallic energy plus the toxic strand plus the earth elemental energy is coming down through the magnetic and heat strand and another gland formed by the moonlight. It is given this energy is given directly to the Saturn gland, and it will convert this energy into iron and sends it to the blood and equalizes the movement through the nerves. So how does the silver energy functions in the brain? The pituitary gland will directly divide that. The venous gland will get the energy, which will be converted into the elemental air elemental and is distributed to all parts of the body. When the toxic energy strand is taken, it goes directly to the Saturn gland, and once it reaches there, there is an emptiness formed during the 24 minutes, which is the first narrowing, and at the same time, the silver energy is given to the venous gland. But the qualities are different. However, the properties of this don't change. Toxic strand will not travel through the magnetic strand. If it goes, then it will change its quality. Even without the participating silver single atom, all the functions will be carried out by the pituitary gland, which never makes a mistake and carries out its function perfectly because of this Sukshma energy. Nerves that are formed through that particular strand will travel only through that strand, and no change can happen. Pituitary gland oversees this to make sure that the toxic energy or the strand will travel only through the toxic nerve formed, as the pituitary gland will block the transfer of the energy through the magnetic strand or and the heat strand. Pituitary gland has different routes to traverse this energy, to transverse this energy, and it is connected through these nerves, and sometimes there can be a mixture of this energy. When the silver metallic energy is coming through, there are some sort of nerve pathway that will stop, and some will function, and some will be open. The first five narigate during the first five narigate, that is the 51st to the 55th
It's the
narigate.
second 45 to 50.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The second five, first.
Was 45 to 50.
Yeah, I know. But first, during the silver energy toxic strand, that would be the first five narigate. The next five narigate is 51 to 55th. This is the magnetic strand and the silver energy. And the last five narigate, which is 56 to 60, will be the silver energy and the heat strand. And all of these open, and when they open up, the other two strands are blocked. Pituitary gland functions in a very sukshma way, and it is beyond human intelligence to understand or comprehend, and it is perfectly functioning. And weird atom is not participant during this, and how it travels and gets energy involves a lot of sukshma energy. Let us focus on the silver energy now. Toxic strand or energy with the earth elemental strand goes to Saturn. During this time, iron is formed, and weak atom and heat strand will be blocked, and only toxic element or strand will be open. During this time, Atma awareness level is heightened, and it is understand and feelings are also increased very much. 46 to the 50th strand, which is around close to 10 p.m. Since sleeping. If not, the energy will not, a human should be sleeping by this time. If not, the energy will not spread evenly to all different glands. And if the humans are sleeping too deeply, there will be no awareness. At this time, just relax the body and feel the awareness of the Atman. What is awareness? Be aware during this deep sleep that it's one's body that is sleeping, and make the Atman be aware of this, as the Atman energy will be heightened during the state. Feeling of restfulness will be there, and yet the Atma is awake and the senses are non-functional. The internal eyes must be awake during this time, and thus will increase the feelings at this time, as no intelligence or mind is functional during this time. The atomic Atman bits will be accepting directly the magnetic energy and will get food from it just to make the Atma aware. This is called Atma awareness from the inside out. This is called also the sleepless sleep state. Eyes, external eyes should be closed, then only the inner eyes will be open. The reason is we do not see with the inner eyes is because there are several toxic screens that have not been opened yet by the human. 7 screens are formed, which are formed because of the acidic toxins. And if they are open, one can see the Atman awareness and also the Atman, which is called as Atman Darshan. Inner eyes, or the inner center of the eyes, has the Atman, and it is made up of the magnetic bits of the Atman. Therefore, focus on the internal eyes and look for the Atman light, and this can be done through practice, and only through practice the screens will start opening up and leading to the Atman Darshan, and which will lead further to the state of Vettavali. When the screens are missing or when they are open, there will be brightness, that is the Diksha eyes will be opened up, and the eyes will be compassionate as in the outside eye, and this shows of a human being achieving Atma awareness. The Atman subatomic particles are seen only and only if the screens are removed or if they are open, because by that time, if they are opened or removed, the desires are all gone, leading to emptiness, and jnana will be achieved through the Atman awareness. One can see this energy given by the real atom or the single atom to the atomic bits. When the moonlight is coming down, feelings or awareness is also heightened, and therefore silver metallic energy is usually coming through feelings which are very, very heightened. Silver energy directly goes to the Venus gland, and the air element going inside and coming out is even and balanced during this time. Vayu or air elemental bit will be taken in directly by the Venus gland. During the last 15 narige, this movement will happen continuously, and pituitary gland will function a bit differently. The first 5 narige, though, even though the toxic strands are coming, pituitary gland will accept energy from the toxic gland and the magnetic strand. During the last 5 narige, the energy coming down will be only accepted by the moon gland, and it will take over by the moon gland, and the pituitary gland will not accept this energy. This is between 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. During the second narige, which is narige number 55 to 51 to 55, magnetic strands combined with the air elemental bits. So the silver energy plus magnetic gland plus air, which is the 53rd narige, the pituitary gland gets the energy needed from the moonlight. This is also the time when the pituitary gland combines with the Uyir gland or Uyir atom or the single atom. Therefore, 53rd narige is very important, which stays about midnight, coming to about 12 p.m. to 1 a.m. US time, or somewhere around 11:49 to 12 p.m. in Indian time. During the silver energy, the middle of the 15th narige, that is the 53rd narige, Vayu element or air elemental bit is the time where the reactive and the pituitary are joined. Once this is joined during this time, the saved magnetic energy gotten by the pituitary gland will be given to the reactive. And this is broken down into two parts. The first 8 minutes of the 53rd Narige, the pituitary gland gets the energy from the moon, and the remaining 16 minutes, the pituitary gland is giving its energy in its entirety to the weir atom completely. From the 54th Narige, it gives all the energy to the saved atomic bits. During the 54th and 55th Narige, the silver energy plus magnetic energy plus heat strand, that is the 54th Narige, it goes directly to the Jupiter gland. And during the 55th Narige, which is the silver energy plus magnetic energy plus Akash element, goes directly to the Mercury gland. After it goes through the pituitary gland. Magnetic strand energy is taken in by the pituitary gland. The heat and the Akash elemental bits goes to the Jupiter gland and the Mercury gland respectively. This magnetic energy received by the pituitary gland is saved by the pituitary gland. The rest of the last 5 Narige, the heat strand along with the elemental bits will be accepted by the moon strand alone. Silver metallic energy coming down does make a lot of changes in the brain. Even on top of the earth, a lot of things are happening during this time. Next chapter will be focused on the earth or how the silver energy affects the mother earth and what is happening on top because of this silver energy coming down. And that is end of chapter 39, and we're going to begin chapter 40.
Very good. There's a lot of deep knowledge about the glandular patches there in the ruminae below the Atman and the single atom. Let's continue comparing the effects on the earth itself of the moonlight and silver metallic energy. So, silver metallic energy, light energy, chapter 40. வெள்ளி எனும் கனிம வளமானது ஒளி ஆற்றலாய் உருமாறி புவியினை அடைகின்ற தருணத்திலே புவிக்கோள் புனரமைக்கப்படும். So the Mother Earth will also have some effect because of the silver metallic energy coming through the moonlight. மானுட சிரசுகளும் புனரமைக்கப்படும். புனரமைக்கப்படும் means renewed energy. It's being renewed every day after work during the daytime, early morning time, metallic energy time, copper energy time, copper metallic energy time, and gold energy time, after that silver. So it is being renewed at this time. Renewal of all the glands for different organs, as well as renewal of the, what we talked about earlier was renewal of the physical body of the humans, mind, etc. was talked about. Now we are going to talk about the renewal to the earth by the silver metallic energy coming from the moonlight. ஆத்ம கருக்கள் யாவும் ஆற்றலினை உணவாக ஏற்று வளர்ச்சியும் காரணத்தால் உணர்வு நிலை பெருகிடும். During this time, if you remember, inside the Suyamani or the head, the Atma Karu, and the energy bits of the Atman, right? Those who are getting the energy by the with the silver metallic energy through the moonlight, they're also getting the food. So your feeling energy is already increased. We talked about this already. Muruga is repeating this again. The feeling is getting more. விழிப்புணர்வு கொண்டு ஏற்றிட்டால் இரு விழிகளின் தொழிலை கொண்டே ஆத்ம கருக்களை தரிசித்து ஏறும். We have awareness during this time. Can even watch through your two eyes. It's amazing what Muruga says. If you have, even though your eyes are closed, and if you
Can
are,
it be felt or actually seen? It can be seen, right? He's saying?
yeah, Darisittadailam, that means you can
see it, darshan.
Darshan. But again, your eyes are closed though that time.
Through the internal eyes.
Internal eyes. If you are awareness, aware of the internal eyes, you can see this happening.
To have this awareness, the screens have to be removed, right?
Yeah, of course. So that means a lot of practice has to be done. For all those screens have to be removed, and then, but the possibility exists. That's what I mean. The possibility exists during that time. The awareness you can see. But then you can't see immediately in week or two. The practice has to be there. As I said before, there are 7 screens which is really blocking the view of the Atma. வெள்ளி எனும் கனிமூலத்தின் இறுதி 5 நாழிகள் வெளித்தோன்றும் வெப்ப இழையின் ஆற்றல் சந்திரச்சிரபினால் ஏற்கப்பட்டு அவை யாவும் ஒற்றை நிமிர்க்கே அளிக்கப்படுகின்றன. The last 5 நாழிகை, which is 56 through 60, the energy will be taken straight away by the moon gland. Then it will be given to the single atom. Not by the pituitary, this time it is by the moon gland. ஒற்றையணு ஆற்றிடும் உயரிய பணிக்கு வெள்ளி எனும் கனிமூலமே உறுதுணையாக செயல்படுகிறது. So the silver metallic energy will be very useful for the single atom to function. இறுதி 5 நாழிகைகளிலே சுரபிகளின் இயக்கம் யாவுமே முழுமையாய் ஒற்றையணுவிற்கு ஆற்றலுமே இருக்கும். Even the function of all the glands during the last 5 Nargay, which is 56 through 60. So last 5, the function of the moon gland or the rest of the gland, all of them will be in such a way, the maximum energy given to the single atom. வெள்ளியின் வெப்ப இழை என்பது ஏற்ற அழுத்திடும் மூலக்கூறுகள் யாவுமே தலைமைச் சிறவின் மூலம் தரம் பிரித்து அனுப்பிவிடாத இரு சந்திரச்சிறுவனை சென்று அடைகின்றன. சந்திரச்சிறுவையானது மூலக்கூறுகளை ஏற்றிட்டாலும் அதனின்று செலுத்திவிட சீரான நிழம்பையற்ற காரணத்தினால் அவையாவும் மாற்றுச் செயலை ஆற்றிடும். So even though it is given, the moon gland is giving energy to the single atom, as he said before, it doesn't have the narambu iழைகள். The nerves are not there, but that's why you have there's a different kind of fluid, but the energy is going to go straight away to the single atom. So it's functioning in a different way. It's not the same way, because when the pituitary gland is functioning, you have nerve connections to other gland, but not the moon gland to the single atom. That's why it's differentiating. It's a kind of different kind of action. Sukshma energy moving from the moon gland to single atom. ஒரு தினத்தில் 60 நாழிகை நேரம் அமைந்துள்ளது என்றும் 60 வகையான ஆற்றல் வெளித்தோன்றுவது என்றுமே இருந்த நிலையில் ஒவ்வொரு ஆற்றும் முறையாக ஒற்றை யூனை அடைந்து பின்னர் தலைமைச் சேவனால் இயக்கப்பட்டு ஆற்றல்களாய் பிரிந்து மற்ற சிறுவலை அடைந்து பொருள் பெருக்கு என்று உணர வேண்டும். You should not function. Forget this time that each of the 60 நாழிகை, each nargay after the 16, each one ultimately giving a different kind of rays, different kind of metallic energy, right? The combination is definitely different, right? As we know, all of us know. And so, in general, the single atom is going to get the energy, and then it's going to distribute to all the different glands, whether through the pituitary or to the moon gland. And then through the glands, it is going to go to different organs, right? That is the general pattern. That is not going to change. ஒற்றை அணுவும் தலைமைச் சிறவின் இயங்காவிடில் மற்ற இருப்புகளும் சீராக இயங்குகிறார். Very, very important functions are taken by the single atom and the pituitary gland. They don't function, nothing will function properly. It is very important. Single atom and the pituitary gland. வெள்ளியின் கனிம ஆற்றல் வெளித்தோன்றும் தருணம் முதல் ஒற்றை அணுவானது மாற்றுச் செயல் ஆற்றல் தொடங்கிவிடும். So as soon as the silver energy start coming, the single atom is going to function differently. So far, as long as there is mercury energy, copper energy, gold energy, single atom function differently. As soon as the silver energy coming, Muruga says it is going to function different kind of actions. தலைமைச்சுரவியும் இறுதி நாழிகளை பணியாற்றிடாது. So last 5 நாழிகை, the pituitary gland is not going to function. Right? First, single atom stop functioning. Second, in the last 5 நாழிகை, even the pituitary gland stop functioning. சந்திரச்சிரபியானது இத்தருணத்தில் ஒற்றை இணைவிற்கும் தலைமைச்சுரபிக்கும் உறுதுணையாய் செயலாற்றிட முடிந்திருக்கும் காரணத்தால் தனது பணியினையும் மாற்றியே அமைந்திருந்தன. Now we are going to give more importance to the moon gland at this time, the last 5 Nargi. That is, the last 5 Nargi is coming around approximately from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, to 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. It can be 1 to 3 also, depending on wherever time is. So, the last by 3 or 4 o'clock, your first Nargi is going to start anyway on the following day. The last 5 Nargi before that is completely taken over by the moon. ஒற்றை அணுவானது இடம்பெயர்ந்து சென்றுவிடும் காரணத்தால் மூவிழைகளிலும் மூலக்கூறுகள் பயணிப்பதும் என்று உணர்த்தப்பட்டது. அதன் காரணமாய் தலைமைச்சுரவியும் விரைந்து பணியாற்றி இறுதியிலே ஒற்றையினோடு கலப்புற்று பரிபூர்ண ஆவலில் நேர்கிறது. இறுதி 5 நாள்கள் நேரமும் தலைமைச்சுரவும் இயங்கிடாது. அந்த ஆற்றலை பகிர்ந்துவிட உருவாக்கப்பட்ட நரம்பிழை ஒளித்தடங்களை அடைத்தே செயல்புரியும். தருணத்தினுடைய செயலாமே அற்புதமே என்று உணர்க. Remember, pituitary gland will just stop functioning, and also it will block all those nerves also. Right? So the energy is coming from moon gland straight to the single atom, as we said before. சூழ்கின்ற சுரபிகள் யாவும் மூலக்கூறுகளை பெற்றிடாத நிலையிலும் இயக்கத்திற்கான எரிபொருள் அற்ற நிலையிலும் மாற்றுச் செயல்களை ஆற்றிடும். தலைமைச் சுரபிகளிலிருந்து நரம்பிழைகள் வழித்தடங்கள் யாவும் மற்ற சுரபிகளை சென்றடையாது போன்றே மற்ற சுரபியிலும் நரம்பிழை வழித்தடங்களை உருவாக்கி தலைமைச் சுரபியோடு இணைந்திடும் என்றும் தமது ஆற்றல்களின் தக்க தருணத்தில் தலைமைச் சுரபிக்கு எழுத்து உணர்த்தப்பட்டது. வெள்ளியின் ஆற்றல்கள் வெளிப்படும் இறுதி நாழி நேரங்களில் செயல் யாவும் திறம்படவே நிகழ்ந்திடும். So all the rest of the functions are completely blocked. One by the pituitary, one by the single atom, even the nerves of those pituitary gland, completely blocked. So that only the moon gland is active at this point. சந்திரச்சிரவியானது இறுதி 5 நாழிகளிலும் மூலக்கூறுகளை ஏற்ற செயல்புரியும் எனினும் அதனை தரம் பிரித்து தக்க நிரம்பழிதலை செலுத்தி சூழ்நிலை செயலிழந்திடும் மண்ணும் செயலாற்றிட அறியாது. இவ்விதம் ஒற்றையணில் அற்ற தருணங்களில் ஆற்றல் யாவும் மூவிழைகளிலும் பயணித்து செல்கின்றதோ இவ்விதம் ஒற்றை அணு அற்ற தருணங்களில் ஆற்றல் யாவும் மூவிழைகளிலும் பயணித்து வெளிவருகிறதோ அவ்விதமே சந்திரச்சிறப்பியானது அனைத்து மூலக்கூறுகளையும் சிறப்பினுக்கும் செலுத்திடும் என்று அறிக. So even though it doesn't have the nerves, the Chandrachebya, the moon gland, it's still giving it to the single atom and also other அனைத்து மூலக்கூறுகளையும் அனைத்து சிறப்பினுக்கும் செலுத்திடும். So it's going to give it to other glands also. ஆகாய மூலக்கூறுகளை மாற்றமே ஏற்றிடும் புதன் சபையானது, that is mercury, right? புதன் mercury தானே. ஆகாய மூலக்கூறு
will give the energy not only to the wheel atom, to the pituitary gland, it will also give
the glands also.
In absence of
the nerves. Yeah. ஆகாய மூலக்கூறுகளை மாத்திரமே ஏற்றிடும் புதன் செல்வியானது சந்திரச்செல்வியின் மாற்றுச் செயலினால் அனைத்து மூலக்கூறுகளும் இயக்குவாகும். So before, when the pituitary gland is separating the energy, that time through the nerves, it is going to give the mercury gland or the Budan gland, right? Mercury or the Budan that gland, it is not only Akash, not only getting Akash, it's getting other energy also. Before it was getting only Akash, Mercury gland, lunar gland. But this time it is not being separated, it is getting all the other atomic energy also.
Silver energy time.
Mm-hmm. The silver energy time.
And that also lasts.
Last while.
So 56 to 60, the mercury gland receives energy from other
atomic
elements
energy.
in itself.
Yeah. அவ்வகையிலேயே பிற சுருபிகளும் அனைத்து மூலக்கூறுகளும் ஏற்றுள் உருவாகும். Not only so, not only the mercury, the other glands also is not going to get separated energy. It's all getting. So that means the moon gland is acting differently because they don't have the nerve fibers.
They won't get their exclusive energy, they get a mixture.
எனினும் சுரபிகளால் பிற மூலக்கூறுகளை ஏற்று உருக்கி ஆற்றலை உருமாற்றி எரிபொருளாய் ஏற்றுவிட இயலாது என்னும் காரணத்தினால் அவை யாவும் தலைமைச் சுரபிக்கே மீண்டும் செலுத்தப்படும். The problem is at this time the these glands, since they are taking all the energy bits, atomic energy bits, so if it is taking not the perspective, particular atomic energy bit only, they have the energy, they have the capacity to change into energy. Because of that, so the glands is going to give all the energy received from the moon gland back to the pituitary.
Since they cannot differentiate,
yeah,
and process,
right,
other elemental bits, they give it back to the
pituitary. புதன் சிரபி என்பது ஆய்முழுக்களை மாற்றமே ஏற்றிடும். You know very well, the mercury will take only the Akash. ஆயினும் சந்திர சிறப்பு என்பது தரம் பிரித்திட இடாத என்பதையும் புதன் சிவிடம் அனைத்து வித மூலக்குள் இணைத்து அனுப்பிவிடும். அவையிலேயே அனைத்து சிறப்பிலும் அனைத்து மூலக்குகளும் கலப்பற்றி சென்றடையும். இன்னும் சிறப்பில் யாவும் தான் ஏற்று மூலக்கூறுகளை மாத்திரமே ஏற்று செல்வியும் புலமருக்குழுகளை தலைமைச் சிறப்பிக்கே செலுத்திவிடும். அதன் பொருட்டே தனிவழி நரம்பில் அமைக்கப்பட்டிருக்கும். So they are getting all of this. They don't know how to differentiate, so they will absorb only what they can. Rest of them is going to give, differently. Rest of them is going to give back to pituitary. So that rest of the things which are going, they நரம்பிற்கு அமைக்கப்பட்டிருக்கு. Now he says Narambari. Let's see what he says continuously. சந்திரச்சிறவி என்பது மூலக்கூறுகளை ஏற்று பிற சிறபில் கிடைத்திடும் கலை அறிந்திட்டாலும் அவற்றை தரம் பிரித்து ஏற்று சிறவி கிடைத்திடும் கலையினை அறிவதில்லை. நம் பொருட்டே மூலக்கூறுகள் யாவும் மாற்றுச் சிறவிகளையும் அடைகிறது. இவ்வாற்று மீண்டும் தலைமைச் சிறவை சென்றடையும் என்று உணர்கிறார். He is repeating the same concept. வெப்பவினை ஏற்றுச் செயல்படுவதே சந்திரச்சிறவியின் பணியாகும். நஞ்சிறுதனை ஏற்றாலும் அவற்றை சனிச்சிறப்புக்கு எளிதாய் பிரித்தெடுத்திடும் திறனையும் பெற்றிருக்கும். இன்னும் மூலக்கூறுகளை பிரித்து அழித்து விட சந்திரச்சிவன் அறிந்திராது என்று உணர்க. இறுதி 5 நாடுகளில் ஒற்றை அணுவோடு மாற்றுச் செயலாற்றுவது ஒன்றே தலைமைச் சிறவையும் மாற்றுச் செயலாற்றிடும். சந்திரச்சிறவையை மாற்றுச் செயலாற்றிடும். மற்ற அனைத்து சிறவிகளையும் மாற்றுச் செயலாற்றும் என்று உணர்க. மாற்றுச் செயல் என்பது யாது? சிறவிகள் யாவும் தான் ஆற்றிடும் பணி நின்று வேறுபட்டு பணிதனை ஏற்றுச் செல்வதே ஆகும். So it is functioning differently. That's what he says. Not sir. All those glands, single atom, pituitary, all of them, they don't function the way it was functioning with the other 3 metallic energies. மூலக்கூறுகள் யாவும் சிறபிகளை மாற்றுமையில் சென்றடைவதால் அவை தான் ஏற்க மூலக்கூறுகளை மாத்திரமே ஏற்றிடும் என்றும் பிற மூலக்கூறுகளை தலைமைச் சிறபிக்கு மீண்டும் அளித்திடும் என்றே உணர்ந்திடுக. சந்திர சிறபியானது மூலக்கூறுகளை பிற சிறபிகளுக்கு அளித்திடும். எனினும் வெப்பையின் ஆற்றலை தன்வசமே இருத்திடும். இறுதியில் தான் சேகரித்த வெப்ப ஆற்றல் முழுவதையும் ஒற்றையடிவே செலுத்திடும். சந்திரச்சிறபியானது மூலக்கூறுகளை சொல்லி கழித்தினும் வெப்ப எழியின் ஆற்றலை தன்வசமே இருத்திடும். இறுதியில் தான் சேகரித்த வெப்ப ஆற்றல் முழுவதையும் ஒற்றையடிவே செலுத்திடும். So even though it is giving, the moon gland is giving all the energy to the other glands, those energy that is coming through the heat strand, it is going to keep itself. And then it is going to transfer that to single atom.
It's kept by moon gland.
Yeah.
So it receives magnetic, it receives toxic, and it receives heat. And out of that, it keeps the heat and sends it to the
single atom.
Single atom. In its entirety.
Yeah. தலைமைச் சுரபியானது எவ்விதம் செயலாற்றுகின்றதோ அவ்விதமே சந்திரச்சியும் செயலாற்ற வேண்டும் உணர்க. ஒற்றையணிவானது தான் பெற்ற காந்த ஆற்றலினை ஆத்மக்கர்களுக்கு அளித்திட்ட பின்னர் நிர்மலமாய் திகழ்ந்திடும். ஆற்றல் அற்ற தருணத்தில் தனது இருப்பிடத்திற்கு சென்று அமைந்திடவும் இயலாது நிலைத்துவிடும். அத்தருணத்தில் சந்திரச்சிறபியானது தான் சேமித்திட்ட வெப்ப ஆற்றலை முழுமையாக ஒற்றையனுக்கு அளித்திடும். சந்திரச்சிறவி என்பது ஒற்றையனோடு ஒரு தனித்த நிரம்புழையால் தொடர்பு உணர்த்துக. So it looks like there is no connection between moon gland and the single atom. The single atom always gets the energy and then give the food, magnetic energy food to the Atma Karika, right? Those who are present. That's how it's functioning, we know. And so even to move back to his original place, since single atom is moving and giving the energy up and down. So even the energy, it doesn't have more energy even to go back to its place, and that energy is being given by the moon gland.
Okay. The energy for the single atom to get returned back to its original place
Gland
is provided by the moon gland.
Moon gland. Okay, it is getting all the heat energy, right? So.
And all this happens in the last
part. Any question on that?
And it is the heat strand that actually gives that energy, because the moon retains that heat strand.
Yeah.
And the reason why the weir atom does not have the energy is because it has given all its energy to the Atma particle, or the atomic phase.
Yeah.
Oh, let me write that. And the giving of the food to the weir, by the weir to the atomic energy bit is happening during the silver time, and therefore it functions, and then it has no energy left. And then in order for it to receive, in order to get back to its original position, the moon gland supplies the energy, which is in the form of heat strand, to the weir atom so that it can return back to its place. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
All right. ஒற்றையணுவானது ஆத்மாவினை சூழ்ந்து ஆற்றல் அற்று நிர்மலமாய் விற்றிருக்கும் தருணம் என்பது மிகவும் உயரிய தருணமாகும். ஒற்றையணுவானது ஆத்மாவினை சூழ்ந்து ஆற்றல் அற்று நிர்மலமாய் விற்றிருக்கும் தருணம் என்பது உயரிய தருணமாகும். சூட்சுமங்களை உணர்ந்து கொண்டால் ஆற்றல்களை உணர்ந்தே செயல்படுகின்ற இயலும். ஒற்றையணுவின் நிர்மலத்தன்மை என்பது ஆணவ கழிவுகளை அழிக்கும் திறன் கொண்டது. ஒற்றையணுவின் நிர்மலத்தன்மை என்பது சூரிய உதயத்திற்கும் வழிவகுத்திடும் என்று உணர்க. So Muruga says thus, when single atom is going to be surrounding the Atman, because it's always there, surrounding the Atman, and particularly the time when since it is moving back to its original atom, the used energy. Now nirmalam, emptiness. Yeah, when it is it's sitting there with the emptiness, it seems that is the very rare and highest moment. It seems. So if you know this sukshmam, it will that time it seems the anava kanna maya. That anava will that time if you are with the awareness, if you are there, that has capacity to completely destroy your anava, ego. Ego energy will completely destroy that time, it seems. Nirmalama irukkumbodhu when it is completely emptiness. The emptiness of this single atom, Lord Muruga says it is given. It is giving the way for the sunlight to come. Surya உதயத்திற்கும் வழிதிடும்.
Sunlight to reach the Atman, right?
Right. The Surya Udaya இல்லையா? It's just saying even for the sunlight to Udayamna to rise, sunrise.
Mm-hmm.
He says even it is helpful even for the sunrise. I don't know what that means. So it is let's see where the following lines. Muruga says it is even useful for the sunrise to come that time. Sunrise to happen. That's why there's a good time you to be aware and get the ego to those who cannot get away with ego. That's a good time to be aware. I think that's what he means indirectly. It's a highly influential time for the feelings, even Atman and the feelings. So if somebody wants to fight out the ego completely, people suffer because of ego too. They know that it's because of ego, but they don't know how to get out of it. So this is a good time to practice. ஒரு தினத்தின் துவக்கம் என்பது எத்தருணம் அமைந்திடும் என்பதனை கலியுடமானவர் அறிந்திட தவறுகின்றனர். So the beginning of a day, the people of this Kaliyuga, they don't know how it starts. நடுநிசி நேரமே ஒரு தினத்தின் துவக்கம் என்றும் சூரிய உதய நாளே ஒரு தினத்தின் துவக்கம் என்றும் தவறாகும். People think the midnight, right? 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, they think there's the next following day, right? That's the normal way of thinking. That is wrong. Or even some people who think the beginning of the sunlight, right? Beginning of the sun, beginning of sunrise for the next day. Some people calculate that way. That is also wrong. According to Lord Muruga. Either the midnight or the beginning of the sunlight is wrong. ஒற்றை இணைவின் உட்பயணம் நிறைவுற்றால் மாத்திரமே ஒரு தினமான இடம். According to this Atmic concept, the single atom's travel has to be complete. Only that time
the single atom has to be complete or empty.
Utpayanam, its travel has to be completed. That means it becomes empty. Remember that we are talking about. Gets energy from the silver to the moon gland, go back to its original position, and then it is emptiness. Nirmalatanmai, emptiness. I think that's the time the day ends.
Day ends or the day begins?
Yeah, both same. The completion of the day and the beginning of the next day. So that's what he's talking about. The day starts at the 3 hours before, right? So the 60th Narige, that is done. He's telling logically why 60th Narige at the end of the day. And then Narige 1.
That's why they say sunrise to sunrise.
No.
So why do they say sunrise to sunrise is calculated at 60th Narige?
That's wrong. Kind of Muruga. The day ends 60th Narige. That means that that should be 3 o'clock. Suppose if today, hey Shiri. What time was the sunrise today?
Today, sunrise was at 7:21 a.m.
So 7:21 a.m., 4:21 a.m., 4:20. The time the day ends, 4:21.
Calling Tony Brito, mobile.
So today's day began at 4:20.
4:21.
4:21.
Yeah. Right.
Or a few minutes before 4:21.
Yeah.
That's what it said.
As soon as the 60th nadi ends, next nadi start.
And that at that point when the 60th nadi ends is when this weird atom is completely empty. And it's allowing the sunlight to start, sunrise to come.
Yeah.
So today's day began at 4:22.
4:21.
Okay, I get it.
Okay. There were not 2 minutes, right? We get it.
Yeah.
That's my answer. முதன்மையாய் வெளித்தோன்றும் பாதரச நிமித்தம் ஆகாய மூலக்குள் அடங்கிய காந்த இழைப்பினை அடைகின்ற தருணமே ஒரு தினத்தின் துவக்கம் பரிபூர்ணமாக அறிந்தல் வேண்டும். So what happened during the first night here? You have Mercury, Akash, and magnetic. So that is the beginning of the day.
When reaches Earth,
that's the beginning of the next day. So as Siddha followers and our Muruga's teachings, if you follow, the day starts today at 4:21.
When the first nadi reaches the Earth, which is Akash, Mercury, and
is stretching continuously. Pariburnama arindil vendum. Make sure you understand this concept. So just one more page for this chapter. Yeah, one more page there, and it's done. It's finished that. Okay. ஒற்றை அணுவானது உலாவியே நின்றிட்டாலும் இறுதியில் தனது இருப்பிடத்தின் அடைகின்ற தருணமே ஒரு தினமானது நிறைவுற்றது என்பதனை விண்ணிற்கு உணர்த்திடும். அதன் பின்னரே ஆத்மாவானது சூரிய ஒளி ஆற்றலை ஈர்த்து புவிக்கு செலுத்திய தனது பணியினை துவங்கிவிடும். பின்னரே ஆத்மாவானது சூரிய ஒளி ஆற்றலை ஈர்த்து புவிக்கு செலுத்திடும் தனது பணியினை துவங்கிவிடும். So, even though the single atom is always moving around and giving the energy, etc., when it reaches back its place around the Atman, around the Atma, and get emptiness or nirmalam, that's the time the day is finished, and this will be the Atma is going to inform to the universal energy. And then the Atma will attract the sunlight. So it's that's why this Surya Udayam, Atma is attracting the sunlight energy. Then it is going to give it to the earth. So that means even the Atmans are very important for all these things to happen. There's no Atman here. Yeah, it's no sunlight. வெள்ளி எனும் கனிம வளமானது ஆத்மாக்களால் ஈர்க்கப்பட்டு ஒற்றையணி அடைகின்ற தருணம் முதல் அனைத்து செல்வமினை மாட்டு பணியினை செயல்படுவது போன்று ஆத்ம அணுவின் செயல்புரியும் என்று உணர்க ஆத்ம அணுவானது தான் ஈர்த்து பெற்றும் சூரிய ஒளியாற்றலை தொடர் செயலாய் ஒற்றையணுவிற்கே பகிர்ந்திடும். எத்தருணம் முதல் ஒற்றை அணுவானது பயணிக்க தொடங்குகின்றதோ அத்தருணம் முதல் ஆத்ம அணுவானது வீரியம் அடைந்திடும். சிரசில் உள்ள தனது விடுபடாத கருக்களுக்கு உணவளித்திட ஒற்றை அணுவானது பயணத்தின் காரணத்தினால் விண் ஆற்றலாகிய சூரிய ஒளியாற்றல் முழுவதையும் விரைந்து ஈர்த்து ஒற்றை அணுவிற்கு செலுத்திடும். So once the whole cycle again starts, the Atma atom is going to absorb the sun's energy and give it back to the single atom. Then you know what's happening. Single atom is going to move and then giving food to the Atma. ஒற்றை அணுவின் பயணம் நிறைவேற்று தனது இருப்பிடத்தின் அடையும் வரையில் ஆத்மா வந்து விழிப்புணர்ந்து கொண்டே காத்திருக்கும். So single atom, then once it gives all the complete energy to the single atom, the Atma Atom will, Atma will be aware, be waiting for the single atom to finish its work. விண்ணாற்றல் முழுவதனையும் இறைந்து ஈர்த்து ஒற்றை நோக்கச் செலுத்திடும் ஆத்மாவும் இத்தருணங்களை நிர்மலமாய் விட்டு புரியும் தனது பணியினை நிறைவேற்றிய பின்னர் ஆற்றல் அற்று தம்மோடு வந்து இணையும் ஒற்றை இணையனை கண்ட பின்னர் ஆத்மனுவானது சூரிய ஒளி ஆற்றலை உறைந்து ஈர்த்துவிட முடிந்ததும் அத்தருணமே புவியானதும் தனது சுழற்சியினை நிறைவேற்றும். So that is why he is saying exactly at that time when the single atom stopped working on emptiness, right? That time, Atma immediately start getting attract the sunlight, and the same time, the earth also will finish its rotation, complete rotation, self-rotation. It's completely self-rotation. It is completed. That is why Lord Muruga is again saying, this is the beginning of the day, this is the end of the day. So he is correlating the self-rotation of the earth and whatever happening in this universe. Oh my God. That's a Sukshma knowledge. It's a logic why he says it, right? The end of the day is not midnight or the sunrise time. It is actually the first Nordic beginning of the day. Because the earth itself, when he says single day, what do you mean? Maybe single rotation will be 1 year. But single rotation finished only that time. So that means that's the beginning of the end of it. புவியானது வடகிழக்கு திசையில் துவக்கத்தில் பயணிக்கும் தருணமே மிக உயர்ந்த தருணமாகும். So we already talked about it earlier. The northeast time, that is the first triangle, right? Starts getting the energy. The beginning of that is the highest time, good time. Brahma Muhurtam என்றுமே இத்தருணமானது அழைக்கப்படும். That is why we call it Brahma Muhurtam. உயரிய இத்தருணமே அனைத்து சிறுமைகளும் இத்தருணமே அனைத்து நிர்மலமாக விற்றிருக்கும். Why? Because only that time all the glands will be empty. All those glands, right? Whatever we talked about. Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, all the glands, right? They are going to be in the nirmalam or emptiness. That is why it is called Brahma Muhurtam. ஒற்றையனவும் நிர்மலமாக விட்டிருக்கும். Not only the glands, when the single atom will be empty. Nirmalam. ஆத்மா அணுவும் நிர்மலத்தினை ஏற்றுச் செல்ல முடியும். ஆத்மா அணுவும் நிர்மலமாக இருக்கும். That is why is the peak moment.
Atma means?
Because it's empty, because it's ready to receive the sun's energy.
Atman or Atma energy?
No, Atma is Atma.
Atomic bits or Atman?
No, Atma. Atomic bits இல்லை, அது துணை அணுக்கள். ஆத்மானுனாவே ஆத்மா தான். ஆற்றலின் முடிவும் ஆற்றின் துவக்கமும் ஓர் இனிய கலப்பாய் நிகழ்ந்திடும் மிக உயரிய தருணத்தின் முக்கியத்தினை தொடர்ந்த தேவையிடலாம் நிலைப்பாடு மாநிலைப்பாடு தெளிவுரைவு நிறுத்திடும். So, end of the energy transfers and beginning of the energy coming, right? So that is a sweet moment. It is the highest importance to be given to this moment. And the importance of this moment is going to be explained in the following chapters. The stature of the earth and the status of the humans at this time is going to be explained from the next chapter. So is again giving the importance of those first three.
End of chapter 40.
Yeah.
Very, very.
Amazing lesson by Lord Muruga, and thanks so much, Babaji, explain to us in a proper way. So it's getting more and more interesting the last 5 minutes and the beginning of the day. We'll move on this. Okay. So let's okay, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namah Navasima Mavayana Sisiya Namah Vashimaya Om Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Okay.